Have you ever wondered why the mighty Tuoshe Ancient Emperor, the supreme figure who once ruled the Daoqi continent, would entrust his legacy not to the strongest clan, not to an ancient bloodline, but to a youth once mocked as a cripple? Xiao Yan, the Flame Emperor. Today, we unravel the hidden truths, divine calculations, and shocking twists behind Tuoshe's choice of successor. Stay until the end, because the final reason will completely change the way you see Xiao Yan's destiny. Tuoshe Ancient Emperor stood at the peak of his era. He mastered the most powerful heavenly flames, built an inheritance that shaped the Daoqi world, and created a mansion that countless generations would dream of entering. But when his time came, he left behind a trial, one that no ordinary genius could hope to pass. The question remained, who would inherit the will of the Flame Emperor? Countless saw the answer, the Hun clan, with their arrogance, the Gu clan, with their might, the ancient families who boasted divine bloodlines, and even divine beasts who carried heavenly flames in their veins. Yet none of them succeeded. The one who would claim the mantle was none other than Xiao Yan. But why? Was it luck? Was it fate? Or was Xiao Yan's entire journey tied from the beginning to Tuoshe's will? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. Tuoshe Ancient Emperor was the unrivaled master of heavenly flames. His inheritance required someone capable of controlling, merging, and wielding multiple heavenly flames at once. And who else could it be but Xiao Yan? From the Green Lotus core flame to the terrifying fusion flames of his flame mantra, Xiao Yan's path was fire itself. He walked a road that mirrored Tuoshe's life. And yet, this connection was deeper than chance, because at the core of Tuoshe's mansion was the flame mantra itself, a cultivation method that Xiao Yan possessed. And here is where the mystery deepens. Did Xiao Yan simply stumble upon the flame mantra? Or was it left behind, seeded across the flow of history, waiting for the one youth who would awaken its true potential? But Tuoshe's choice wasn't just about flames, it was about spirit. Xiao Yan was not born into the might of the Gu clan. He had no protection of the Hun clan. He was mocked, betrayed, and humiliated. From the day he lost his cultivation to the betrayals of his clan and the contempt of his peers, Xiao Yan carried the weight of suffering. But instead of breaking him, that pain tempered him. Tuoshe himself hated the arrogance of divine bloodlines. He sought a successor who could rise not because of birth, but because of will. Someone who could embody struggle. Someone who understood that true strength is forged in the fires of despair. And in Xiao Yan's story, he found the perfect heir, a genius not born, but created. But there is another layer, one hidden in prophecy. Long before Xiao Yan ever took his first breath, whispers existed across the continent that a youth from the Xiao clan would rise, a flame bearer who would shake heaven and earth. Even the Hun clan's patriarch, with all his power, feared this possibility. Tuoshe foresaw the downfall of the old order, the corruption of clans who grew too arrogant, and the need for a new flame emperor who would balance the Daoqi continent. His mansion was not a treasure vault for the worthy. It was a prophecy waiting for fulfillment. Xiao Yan did not arrive by chance. His destiny had been written long before he reached the gates of the ancient god mansion. And yet, even prophecy is not the final truth, because Tuoshe did not simply seek a successor. He sought someone to surpass him. Tuoshe himself had fused flames, achieving heights no one could dream of. But even he could not achieve perfection. Even he could not merge all heavenly flames into one. That was the true wall he could not break. But Xiao Yan, with his flame mantra, he carried the seed of that possibility. Every flame Xiao Yan acquired, every fusion he performed, every struggle he endured, all of it was leading him toward what Tuoshe himself could never achieve. This is the final twist, the hidden truth. Tuoshe did not simply choose Xiao Yan because he was strong. He did not simply choose him because of fate or prophecy. He chose him because Xiao Yan represented a chance, the chance to complete what Tuoshe left unfinished, to forge the ultimate flame, to stand as a true flame emperor who would burn brighter than the one before him. So why did Tuoshe Ancient Emperor choose Xiao Yan? Because his path of flame was predestined, because his suffering carved him into steel, because his will to protect surpassed even ambition, and because in Xiao Yan's rise, Tuoshe saw the dawn of a new flame emperor who would carry the dream forward. Xiao Yan was not just a successor, He was the continuation of a thousand-year will. He was the answer to a dream that Tuoshe could not complete in his lifetime. And so the legacy passed on, from Tuoshe to Xiao Yan, from emperor to emperor. But the story does not end with inheritance. The story continues with a youth once mocked as cripple, rising to become the very flame that lights the heavens. The day Tuoshe chose Xiao Yan, the world of Dao Qi changed forever. So tell me, do you believe Xiao Yan truly surpassed Tuoshe Ancient Emperor? Or was his journey only the beginning of something greater, waiting in the endless flames of destiny? Don't forget to subscribe if you love this, like and comment.